unanimous consent. All in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. Motion is carried. The honourable member for Fort Saskatchewan-Vegreville.
Oh. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just a few weeks ago, I joined the Beaver Emergency Services Commission and Fire Chief Dave Oleksyn for a Thursday night training session in Toefield. After talking with the team about occupational health and safety amendments and the changing communications equipment, we got to work. After trying to pull on 45 pounds of gear in 90 seconds, which is much harder than it looks, we went to the training area to practice transferring a person from the rooftop to the ground using only a ladder and ropes. Then, to practice strength and precision, we played a game of Jenga using a 20-pound piece of equipment similar to the Jaws of Life, where we pulled 2x4s out of the tower, grasping each piece out of the middle, and yes, you guessed it, Mr. Speaker, putting it on top. It was exhausting. This visit was important to me, Mr. Speaker, because volunteer firefighters are at the heart of every rural Alberta community. They protect critical infrastructure, control fires, clean up environmental spills, provide emergency first responder services, and are often the first on scene at major vehicle collisions, and when trained, can deliver life-saving naloxone. These brave men and women commit countless hours of training and answer the call while we sleep soundly in our beds. But, Mr. Speaker, their bravery comes at a cost. Exposure to these traumatic events can result in major consequences to their mental and psychological health, as well as increased rates of cancer from exposure. That is why ensuring our first responders have PTSD coverage is so important, and that's why I'm so proud of our government's recent announcement to expand workers' compensation benefits for firefighters who contract ovarian and cervical cancer and reduce the minimum exposure period from 20 years to 10 for compensation for testicular cancer. Equipping our firefighters properly through training grants, accessing support for communications equipment, and legislation that will better protect all Albertans in an emergency is something I will continue to fight for, Mr. Speaker, because we owe it to them.
Honourable member for Battle River Wainwright.